episode of Looking Local, we take you inside the tech industry in Cape Town. A local startup that marries the technology and financial industries has been booming since its launch 5 short months ago. We speak to Longisa Machoba, one of the 4 founders of the successful product.
Yeah, I mean, it's been quite an exciting roller coaster experience for us. I mean, we initially started our first pilot of the product in October 2014. Thereafter, we launched 1 year later in October 2015. And at that point in time, we had about 500 customers using the Yoco solution. And we had a really quick growth in customers since then. So we've seen ourselves grow from that 500 customers to 1,000 customers at the start of February. And now at the end of February, we've already got to 1,200 customers. So we're now growing at 200 new small businesses a month. And this is really exciting for us to say we're actually touching so many small businesses and helping them do something that many of them have never been able to do before.
One of the fastest growing payment companies in South Africa, Yoco has doubled in merchant numbers and volume. Machoba tells us about the gap the product fills.
So if you're a new business, typically a new business with no track record, you've just started setting up your business today. You typically in your traditional credit card model would not be able to get a credit card machine, whereas our risk models would allow you to actually get a credit card machine. So that was already the real things that we looked at and the innovation that we thought we could actually do in this space. First of all, from the simplicity of signing up, I mean, they sign up online, it takes them less than 5 minutes to have all their stuff filled out online, they press submit and that's it. We process the application in the back end, and within 3 days, they've got a card reader sitting with them, having been delivered by one of our delivery services around South Africa. And I think this is probably where the bigger surprise comes in. That device connects to their cell phone and you've got this fantastic interface on your cell phone. Unlike a traditional card machine where you're having to learn what the function 1, function 2, function 3 keys do. With us, you open an application, we all know how beautiful and nice it is to use an application on a smartphone. And that's really the benefit. And thereafter, we have back-end systems allowing them to view the data, interact with it. And we just tried to make everything simple. Because to be honest, running a business is hard enough without us getting in the way.
The product wasn't always smooth sailing. Machoba outlines the rocky journey.
We're one of those startups who formed and got together years before we actually did our first transaction and actually got our first customer on board. And this is because the credit card space is a really complicated space to get into. You have to make sure everything works, everything's secure. In terms of the 4 of us, we come from different backgrounds. So I have a co-founder, Yoco, who's the current MD of the company. And Yoco has a background in operations. But also just he's really good at seeing the big picture and guiding us through all the complexities of launching a business. Carl Wezen is the other co-founder and he focuses on the commercial aspects of the business. And Bradley Watrous is my other co-founder. He's an actual scientist and he focuses on the risk aspects of the business. I have a technology background, having previously founded another technology startup when I left Varsity way back ago.
Small businesses in SA can use Yoco with any existing South African bank account. The company has a monthly transaction rate of over 25 million rand and a staff of more than 20 people. What's next for the budding startup?
We see Yoco as a South African startup, but also an African startup, and we're planning to go into other African markets. It's just a matter of when for us at this stage. We're doing investigations, research to make sure we pick the right next markets to go into. But the problems we're finding here are also just applicable in so many other markets. Not always necessarily because of card payments themselves. And I think this is also interesting. We don't see ourselves purely as a card payment company. We see ourselves as a company that's there to solve the problems faced by small businesses using technology and help them grow. That's how we see ourselves, which means the products that we offer in different markets may not be card. There may be other solutions linked to helping these businesses grow. And that's a fundamental of who Yoco is.